Hi, this is Jeff Gagan with your Lancaster Home TV, coming at you from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. And it's awful bright out here behind me because we got a lot of snow last night, 10 to 12 inches, and it's pretty bright. So, anyway, I want to talk about deposits versus down payments. What's the difference? In a real estate transaction, a deposit is when you give a certain amount of money along with your contract to the seller. And that money is for the seller to hold until we actually go to closing on the sale. Why? Because if you decide for no good reason, in other words, not based in the contract, to change your mind and not buy the house, then they have the right to keep that money as damages. So, if you're making an offer on a $100,000 house, theoretically, then you could make a deposit of $1,000, maybe $500, maybe $5,000. There's no set rule here. The general idea is that the more you give them, the more you apparently want to go through with the sale because you're willing to put that much on the table. Now, it does not count if you have other issues with the contract, such as home inspections or other clauses or contingencies which allow you to terminate the contract legally. But if you decide you're going to just not do it anymore, it happens once every so often, then the seller does retain the right to keep that deposit, all or in part. That's deposits. Now, what happens to the money? Well, it goes in an escrow account that's controlled by the state. Every broker has to have one, and it's not something that anybody can use until both sides agree to get it out of that escrow account, which can be a sticky thing. Now, the best case scenario, which happens in the majority of the cases, is that you go to settlement, and then that money is brought by the listing agent to the settlement table, and it's given to the title company, and then gives you back that money as a credit against your closing costs the day of settlement. Which brings us to the down payment. The down payment is the amount you need to have on the day of settlement for the mortgage company to make the mortgage fly. So on that $100,000 example, if you're doing an 80% loan, then you're going to have 20% of your own money to make that sale happen. So on the day of settlement, you have to have at least $20,000. So that's money that you have to have, some kind of a certified check to give to the title company to settle up your loan. Now, this is where the deposit comes back. So if you have a deposit of, say, it's $1,000, now that money is put into the till and then handed back to you as a credit on the sheet. So that means that out of that $20,000 that you need to have to get the house, you only need 19 now, because that $1,000 that you paid a month ago to the seller is now being given back to you. So hopefully that makes sense. The difference between a deposit, which happens up front, and the down payment, which happens at the day of settlement to make your loan fly. Any questions? Give me an email at jeff@yourlancasterhome.com, and I look forward to hearing from you.